Imagine locking up a killer deal in Miami only to have the seller pass away, squatters fraudulently take over the property, and millions of dollars in liens pile up. Welcome to South Florida. This episode is about a property we still haven't closed and the roller coaster ride it's taken us on nearly 3 years later. So we actually sourced this deal using what's called virtual driving for dollars. And that involves going on Google Street View and just combing the streets, basically looking for anything that looks vacant, abandoned, neglected, nobody's living there. We started doing that in Hialeah, Florida, and we spotted a house that looked like it hadn't seen life in years. Overgrown, trashed, vacant, and we knew that there had to be a story behind it. After months of skip tracing and chasing leads, we finally got a hold of the owner. She was extremely difficult to reach, and those are some of your best properties when the seller is next to impossible to contact. She eventually showed interest in selling after we built good enough rapport with her and kept the conversation going. We went back and forth on negotiations, and after a lot of persistence, we finally locked up the contract at a really good price. So our next step was actually to go to Hialeah from our office. We met our locksmith there, and lo and behold, we get the property unlocked. There was a squatter posted up inside, just living there, and he'd completely moved in. He was in the middle of rewiring the house himself. No permits, definitely not to code. Everything was gutted and looked like a mad science lab. He definitely didn't know what he was doing, but he claimed that he had bought the property at an auction the year before. Fortunately, we're able to handle it diplomatically, and he scurried on out. There were no legal recourses needed, and basically the property was vacated within an hour. But that wasn't the only problem. We dug into the records and realized that the property had over $1 million in liens. It wasn't just for big ticket items. It was everything from unleashed dogs to trash nuisances that had gone back decades to the early 2000s. With $1 million in liens, the property wasn't even worth $1 million. The only way forward was going to be to negotiate with the city. In order to do that, we had to secure a notarized power of attorney with the seller. So we had her meet with the notary. We got our power of attorney docs, went to the Hialeah courthouse to argue our case in front of the city council. We had to stand in front of a podium in front of this entire panel of city council members. It was directly like a scene out of a movie. Lo and behold, we won. We got over $1 million in liens negotiated down to only $60,000. We negotiated directly with the city attorney, and we won big. But then tragedy. Just one day later, we found out that the seller, a day after she signed the notarized power of attorney docs, she suddenly passed away. She wasn't very old, and none of us saw it coming. Her only daughter inherited the property, and out of respect, we gave her time. When we reconnected, the daughter wanted more money and refused to accept the original terms of the contract. And before we could resolve that, another twist. A group of squatters using an auto parts LLC had fraudulently signed a deed in her deceased mom's name after she had passed. And unbelievably, Miami-Dade actually accepted it, and they showed up as the new owners on title. This is Miami real estate. It's wild, unpredictable, and often downright crazy. I always say that if you blindfolded me and threw me into the middle of Miami, I wouldn't think I was in America. I would think I was in a completely different country. There's so much crazy stuff that goes on in the real estate market there. It's honestly a movie of its own. It's been nearly 3 years, and this deal still isn't resolved. Our next move is likely going to require litigation to clear title and help the rightful heir. This deal is very much still alive, and we'll keep you posted on how it plays out and what transpires. So that's the story of the Hialeah headache, a deal that's been squatting in our pipeline for nearly 3 years now. But it's taught us a lot of lessons. Number one, driving for dollars virtually works. It's free, but it's only step one. Number two, always expect squatters in neglected properties. Number three, municipal liens can kill a deal if you don't know how to negotiate. Number four, life events can change overnight. Empathy and patience matter. Number five, fraud runs rampant in off-market deals. Always verify every document and title update. Number six, not every contract closes fast. Some turn into long, drawn-out battles. We'll keep you posted on how this saga evicts itself from our books. And until next time, see you on the next episode. Like and subscribe for more insane behind-the-scenes stories from the world of Florida Sell Now.